Welcome to all of you to the GMK tutorials. Today we are going to discussing one of the most important topic in the digital signal processing from design of IIR filter using a bilinear transformation. So the main bilinear transformation technique is used is convert the analog filter into the digital filter. In that process we are taking the analog transfer function, that transfer function is converted to the digital equivalent transfer function by using the S plane is mapped to the corresponding Z plane. So that is the process actually we are going to discussing. So previously in the last video we discussed one of the important method, that is nothing but impulse invariance technique. So in that impulse invariant technique we have a one drawback is here, that is nothing but in case of the impulse invariant method is nothing but aliasing effect. That means if the poles having a frequency difference of 2 pi by t, that same two or more number of poles can be mapped into the same location in the Z transform, therefore it leads to the aliasing effect. So in order to overcome that one, we will go for the bilinear transformation technique. It is one of the best method for compared to the remaining two methodologies. So in that process, the bilinear transformation is nothing but a conformational mapping that transforms the j omega axis in the S plane to the corresponding unit circle in the Z plane. So only once, okay, instead of avoiding so only once, but in case of the many to one mapping is done in case of the impulse invariant technique, but in case of the bilinear transformation technique it only maps only once only. So that's why it eliminates the aliasing frequency components in the corresponding mapping process. So that is one of the most important. So here in case of the bilinear transformation technique, the LHS pole, that means the poles exist in the left half of the j omega plane in the S plane, that is directly mapped into the inside the unit circle in the Z plane. At the same time RHS poles, right hand side poles or right hand poles in the S plane is mapped to the outside the unit circle in the Z plane. So that is a very first condition. So that is, after that let us consider for analysis point of view, we will consider one analog linear filter with a transfer function of h of s is equal to b by s plus a. So it can be written as like this, okay. After that let us this h of s function can be represented as y of s by x of s format. So that is equivalent to the corresponding this one, okay. So this is, after that the above equation can be represented in terms of a, just if you are taking the cross multiplication we can represent this. So with the help of a differential equation notation, the above 5.83 equation can be represented as dy by dy of t by dt plus a into y of t is equal to x of t. Okay, by using y of t can be approximated by trapezoidal formula, we can represent y of t is equal to like this. Y of t is equal to integral t naught to t y dash of tau into dt plus y of t naught. So here y dash of t means that it indicates the derivative of y of t, okay now. The derivation of y of t can be represented as y dash of t, okay. So from an analysis point of view, after that the approximation of the integral 5.85 by a trapezoidal formula, let us assume that t is equal, small t is equal to nt, as well as t naught value is equal to the nt minus t. So by substituting those two values in this equation we can get like this actually, okay. So y of nt is equal to t by 2 into y dash of nt by nt plus y dash of nt minus t plus y of nt. Okay, so that is the trapezoid rule actually, okay. With the help of that one we can represent like this equation. After that from the differential equation notation, okay, from the differential equation notation, that is nothing but from the 5.84 dy by dt can be represented as y dash of tau is equal to b into x of t plus minus a into y of t. So that is also one kind of the notation actually, right. So with the help of a 5.84 we can represent the equation as 5.87. By using the y dash of nt is equal to minus y of nt plus b into x of nt. So with the help of that one, you have to substitute 5.87 equation. This equation is substituted in the above equation in the 5.86. okay, here. So we will get the below equation, that is nothing but y of nt is equal to t by 2 as usual. So y dash of nt can be represented as minus a into y of nt plus b into x of nt. After that, y dash of nt minus, that means it is delayed by the t units only. So for that purpose, the same equation can be delayed, can be delayed by t units. Therefore that can be represented as minus y of nt minus t plus b into x of nt minus t. Last term is nothing but b into x of nt, so plus b into x of nt minus t. So because of it is delayed by the t units, so that's why the same equation can be represented. After that, it is delayed by the t units. So the last term is nothing but in the 5.86 is nothing but y of nt minus t. So we know that in the sampling process of the analog signal, we have some assumptions is there. So the above equation, whatever it is, the equation number 5. So here we are not mentioning any equation. So suppose if you are by taking the above equation, we can represent, just you have to take the common part of take the y of nt terms to the left side and y x of nt terms to the right hand side. By taking the assumption, that is nothing but y of n is equal to, here y of n is equal to y of nt, x of n is equal to x of nt. By taking these two assumptions, you have to substitute those two values in the above equation. The above equation can be represented like this. So that is nothing but 1 plus at by 2 into y of n minus 1 minus at by 2 into y of n minus 1 is equal to bt by 2 into x of n plus x of n minus 1. So by taking the z transform to the above equation, it can be represented, that is nothing but y of n can be represented as y of z format, y of n minus 1 can be represented as z inverse into y of z format. So here x of z plus z inverse of x. By taking the x of z directly common as a, we will get that. So from this one, by using y of z as well as x of z terms, we can construct the transfer function in the z domain, that is nothing but h of z. H of z transfer function is equal to this one actually. H of z is equal to y of z by x of z. So this is a transfer function in the z transform domain. After that, by taking the corresponding adjustment in this equation, by taking the LCM, all those things, we will get like this. But dividing the numerator and the denominator by t by 2 into 1 plus z inverse, so we will get like this. So that it can be converted in the form of a generalized format. So for that purpose, in the starting of the our discussion, we will consider h of s is equal to analog filter is assumption can be represented b by s plus a format, right? So in order to make this digital filter in this format, we can make some of the adjustment by multiplying and dividing the corresponding term. So after that, if you are comparing the first analog equivalent filter with the corresponding 5.89 equation, obviously that is equal to s value is equal to this one, s is equal to 2 by t into 1 minus z inverse by 1 plus z inverse. So the relation between now s and z is known as a bilinear transformation. Okay, the relation between s and z is generally known as a bilinear transformation. So here we know that generally z is equal to r into e power j omega in terms of the polar representation. So we know that generally s is a complex number, so s is also can be represented in the form of a sigma plus j omega format. By using those two consideration, s can be represented like this. S can be represented like this. By substituting the z is equal to r into e power j omega in this equation, we can represent like this. After that, r in e power j omega can be represented as a cos omega plus j into sin omega. By multiplying with r, we can get like this actually. Okay, so this is a representation. After that, 2 by t into r into cos omega minus 1 plus j into r. So that means if you are taking the rationalizing the above equation with this term, we will get like this. This is after rationalizing this one, we will get the equation like this. So this is a equation finally we are getting actually. So in that we are also having a real part as well as the imaginary part. So for that purpose, just we have to separate the real part as well as the imaginary part in this equation. Obviously we can get two terms, that is nothing but s is equal to, this is a real part, second one is nothing but imaginary part. So we know that generally by comparing the S is equal to sigma plus j omega, by comparing this term, obviously we can get the these are the two values from this. So here omega is nothing but in terms of analog format, that's why sigma is equal to this one, sigma is equal to, this is the value, sigma is equal to 2 by t into r square minus 1 by 1 plus r square plus 2r into cos omega. At the same time omega value is also equal to 2 by t into 2r sin omega by 1 plus r square plus 2r into cos omega. So these are all the sum of the conditions. So when we are considering the r value is less than 1, at the time obviously sigma value is also less than 0. If you are taking the r value is greater than 1, at that time sigma value is also greater than 0. So by taking those two conditions, so by taking those two conditions, that means whatever the poles in the LHS side of the JS plane, that is directly mapped into the inside the unit circle, because of r is less than 1 means that it is inside the unit circle, okay, as well as if the r is greater than 1 means that it is outside of the unit circle. So by mapping those two poles, whether it is a LHS poles is mapped inside the unit circle and RHS poles is mapped in the outside the unit circle in the corresponding Z plane. So that is the scenario. So by taking the one of the relation, that is nothing but by using the above equation, omega value can be represented like this: omega is equal to 2 by t into sin omega by 1 plus cos omega into this one. So by using the sin omega can be represented as 2 sin omega by 2 into cos omega 2. By using that formula we can represent above equations also in the form of like. So obviously here cos omega by 2 get cancelled obviously. So we will have only 2 sin omega by 2 into cos omega by 2. With the help of 2 sin with the help of that one, we can convert 2 to get cancelled again. So we have only sin omega by 2 into cos omega by 2. So it is equal to tan omega by 2. So therefore by using that one, 2 by t is equal to tan omega by 2, that value is equal to omega. So by taking this one, if you are taking the omega value in the distal domain, omega also can be represented like this: omega is also equal to 2 into tan inverse of omega t by 2. So this is also one of the relation between omega and analog omega and distal omega. So here we have one problem is there, that is nothing but a wrapping effect actually. So wrapping effect means that let omega and omega represent the frequency variables in the analog domain. One variable is nothing but a frequency domain representation, second one is nothing but a digital filter respectively. So from that here we have to consider one important consideration. For a small values of theta, tan theta value is also equal to the same value. So by using that assumption, it can be represented as omega is equal to, this is the relation. But here the problem is that, but for low frequencies, the relation between omega and analog omega and distal omega is a linear. But if we go for the as well as the same amplitude is maintained in the corresponding analog filter. But if we go for the higher frequencies, the relation between omega, that is nothing but distal omega, frequency variable in the distal domain as well as frequency variable in the analog domain, becomes a non-linear. Okay, so that is generally that is introduced some distortion in the frequency scale of the digital filter to the corresponding analog filter. That problem is generally called as a wrapping effect. Okay, so the influence of wrapping effect on the amplitude response is shown in the 5.25 by considering the analog filter with a number of pass bands centered at a rectangular integer values. The derived and a digital filter will have a same number of pass band, but the center frequencies and bandwidth of the higher frequency pass band will tend to reduce the dispersion disproportionately. So there is nothing but this is just some of the graphical representations. So here the main thing is nothing but the relation between analog omega and digital omega, but the small values of omega, it maintains some linear relation. After that it will goes to the obviously non-linear relation. Okay, so up to now this extent it is the linear, after that it maintains a non-linear relation. So that means the main thing is nothing but we have to consider for small number of frequencies only it maintains a linear relationship, but if you go for the higher frequencies, obviously it maintains a non-linear relationship for omega values for both the digital and analog. So this is a effect of magnitude response due to the wrapping effect. So it is one of the important thing. So here also same thing, by considering this one, the magnitude of the corresponding frequency with a center of that means here we will consider center frequency is also equal actually. But if we go for this one, this side actually this values also changes actually. Okay. the corresponding values are changes actually. Okay, so you could consider just, so this is the thing, it is having a maximum width, it is a small width, it's the obviously while it is going like this, the corresponding width of the pulse is also decreasing. So that is also one of the problem actually. So that is nothing but effect of effect on magnitude actually. So the influence of wrapping effect on the phase response is also done. 5.26 is also there. So that is nothing but by considering the analog filter with a linear phase response of the derived digital filter is also be non-linear. But if you go for the phase point of view, it is also having a non-linear ratio. So we have a one important term is nothing but pre-warping. So that is nothing but warping effect can be eliminated by pre-warping the analog filter. This can be done by finding the pre-warping analog frequencies using the formula. Okay, by using this formula, omega is equal to 2 by t into tan omega by 2. So with the help of that one, first of all we have to find the corresponding frequencies, then we can eliminate the problem. So that is one of the representation actually. So this is the effect on phase response due to the wrapping effect actually. Okay, so that means this warping effect obviously affects on both frequency, amplitude and phase also. So these are all the some of the relations. That means omega p is equal to 2 by t into tan omega by t, and also this omega s is equal to 2 by t into tan omega s by 2. Okay na? So that is the sum of the relations. So these are all the sum of the steps for designing the bilinear transformation technique. So from that, first one is nothing but from the given specification find the pre-warping analog frequencies using the formula. After that, using the analog frequencies, find h of s of a analog filter by using with the help of a corresponding frequencies. We have to derive the corresponding h of s filter that is in the analog domain. After that, selecting the sampling rate for a digital filter, call it is a t seconds per sample. Okay, select the appropriate sampling time interval, that is nothing but capital T. After that, substitute s is equal to 2 by t 1 minus z inverse by 1 plus z inverse into the transfer function found in the step 2. Whatever the transfer function we have in the analog domain, that transfer function can be replaced with s is equal to 2 by t into 1 minus z inverse by 1 plus z inverse. So obviously we can get directly the equation. So this is just a brief introductory, so this is a complete introduction as well as complete analysis of the design of IIR filters using a bilinear transformation. It is also one of the most important questions for the external point of view as well as the internal point of view also. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe and share to your friends also. Okay, thank you all.